Well, welcome to the Headless DAM with Cloudinary Bootcamp course. I am Marcelo Lewin, Headless Creator. As always, get a hold of me right there, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. I'm going to be your host throughout this entire bootcamp. Now, in today's interview with Jonathan Sexton, he's the Technical Customer Success Manager at Cloudinary. He's also a presenter in this bootcamp. We're going to be chatting all about media taps. He has an entire lesson on media taps we should look up. It's really, really good. Without further ado, let's get him on. Hey, Jonathan, welcome.
Hey, Marcelo. Thanks for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Not bad, not bad. Where are you located?
I'm in South Texas area around San Antonio.
Oh, cool. I'm in Southern California here, so not bad difference in time zones there.
Yeah. Very similar weather patterns.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So real quick, tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Absolutely. So currently, I'm a customer success manager here at Cloudinary. But before that, I got my start very far away from technology. I actually started in customer service, sales, kind of marketing area. Had a little bit of extra time, so I started teaching myself to code. I'm going to date myself a little bit and say that I messed around with the CSS on MySpace, kind of working my way into that. It took me about 3 years to actually learn enough to where I felt comfortable to start applying for jobs. Worked as a freelance developer for a couple of years. Worked in a corporate tech setting, and then eventually made my way here to Cloudinary.
Nice. I remember MySpace. That was a little while ago, but definitely.
Just years back.
Yeah, years back. Yeah, totally. So what attracted you to technology? Why did you make the switch?
I love puzzles. I love breaking things down into their smallest common denominator, finding out, how small can I make the problem and then start working on each individual step. I actually started with dating myself again, a compact Presario, a 21 as someone gave me as a gift. And then when it finally died, I just kind of pulled it apart and tinkered around and looked into it and just endlessly curious. So that's really
best way to learn is by tinkering with stuff. Yeah, it's the best way. That's what kids do, right? And we tend to lose that. We tend to lose that as we get older. We get afraid of breaking stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that's one of the best ways to learn. Break it and find out how to fix it.
Yeah, totally. So tell us a little bit. What's your passion, man? What are you most passionate about?
I like learning new things, and I know you hear that, but endless curiosity, learning new things, and then applying those to myself, but also paying those forward because I had a lot of help from developers on high, is what I like to say. They kind of reached down and helped me learn things. I like to say they gave me a flashlight in the dark because you don't know what you don't know. So my passion is helping others learn, is learning new skills myself, and then paying that forward. And then giving others and myself freedom, permission to fail, because again, I think that's how I've learned some of the most important skills. Failing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I love that, man. That's music to my ears. Lifelong learner and love to share and love to fail because that means I tried, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. All right, so I know you're doing an entire lesson on media types, right? But you're going to give a lot of details on that. But real quick, why did you get into digital media? And let's talk a little bit about what is considered digital media versus traditional media.
Sure, absolutely. So let's start with what's considered traditional media, what's considered digital media. Traditional media I like to think of as physicality, so anything I can pick up and hold. And there are some things that blur the lines, like CDs and cassettes. But that's what I would consider traditional media: newspapers, print articles, magazines, print books, things like that. And then digital media would be anything that you can share, on a computer or on a phone. Music, streaming, videos. I mean, there's so many different types of digital media. And let's not forget art, and that's actually what attracted me to digital media was the sharing, the collaboration. A long time ago, I used to do a little bit of digital art with some Photoshop, some Cinema 4D, which I don't even know if is still around.
It's still around. Yep, it's still around.
Long time ago, when I used to set my laptop and pray that it would finish
rendering.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what really got me into digital media was the sharing, the collaboration, because I was creating for myself, but I was sharing, so that everybody else could partake in that.
Right. Why should authors be familiar with all these media types? Why is it important for content authors and marketers to understand this?
I think for me, at least, it's because we continually blur those lines. Used to you had maybe a video editor or an audio engineer, but increasingly we're starting to blur those lines. So maybe you start dipping your toe. If you're an audio engineer, you start dipping your toe in a little bit of that visual component. Or maybe if you're a back end programmer, you start dipping your toe in a little bit of that front end and kind of moving things around and see what it looks like. And so I think it's always good to have a good general approach to a lot of the digital media that you see today. But also, it just kind of makes us a little bit more fluent when we go to work in different mediums. So again, if I'm an audio engineer, and maybe video is not my strong point, but I know what the difference between bit rates are and codecs and containers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think the days of specializing on just one thing are gone, and you really you need to understand all of this at a minimum. So because you're working with people, right? Exactly. To speak with these people in the proper way, and so they know and can respect you also for understanding them, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that collaboration. And again, I don't think by any means it's important that you know the ins and outs of everything, but having a very top level kind of broad strokes understanding is only going to benefit you.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool. All right, Jonathan, I'm really looking forward to your lesson. I think it's going to be great. If people want to get a hold of you, the email that you show there, is that the best way, or do you want to share anything else?
Nope, this is the best way to get a hold of me. And I'm happy to talk to anybody that reaches out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks to the rest of you. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I know I did. And remember, if you want to get a hold of me, right there, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. And continue watching all of the lessons, especially Jonathan's lesson, which is you'll find up in the foundation section. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next interview, cheers.